All right, today we are going. All right, today we are listening to the latest album from Aldous, who is from Littleton, New Zealand. And I am familiar with a couple of her albums. I think the first one I heard was Designer and Warm Chris. And I know I'm at least somewhat familiar with Old Peel, at least with the title track, but I'm not sure if I've heard that entire album or not. So I'm most familiar with Designer and Warm Chris. I have not heard Train on the Island, so this will be a first listen, and I will make an attempt to, make an attempt to rank these tracks as we go along. Okay, so we will start with track one, which is I Ate the Most.
Not afraid, like you're not gay. And you're not old, like I'm on the spectrum. Every day you look up in my body, this heavy and heavier. I was 9 when I left my body, a silver chair and brilliant. No regrets, just things that'll haunt me. Maybe I'll bury them. You are through with me on your shoulders. I feel that I feel the most. You are through with me on your shoulders. I can prove that I ate the most, 'cause I did. You're smooth like Sheila of my father. Amen. Sometimes I eat till I vomit. There's heavy and there's heavier. I'm 9 and I love my mommy. Silver hair and riddling. If I'm safe, then love is the spectrum. Sweet like lemon. I can't move with you on my shoulders. I feel that I feel most. You are through with me on your shoulders. But I can prove that I ate the most, 'cause I did. You can't move with me on your shoulders. I
All right. Yeah, I was definitely feeling this first track. I like the just the subtle kind of percussion going on instead of like a full on drum set type sound. And there's something about her voice that's almost like a to me it feels like a kind of a calming effect. I don't know if you get that feeling, but I that's what I get. What else did I like? It just had a very like minimal sound to me overall. And I think if we could switch it to here, I ate the most. I don't know. It kind of sounds kind of childlike to me, like something that a child might say. Like I've eaten the most, and I can prove that I ate the most. Not necessarily that a child would have to say that. It just that's what it reminded me of. And I don't really know what I ate the most means exactly. Does it mean I ate the most shit? You know, it could have all kinds of meanings. And if that was the meaning, I could definitely relate. So I know I laugh too much on this on these videos. Might as well just look at the lyrics. The lyrics, I know based on past albums that the lyrics are probably going to be kind of enigmatic. So I'm not looking to pin down exactly what they mean each time, but maybe I'll just say, like, what do they suggest for me? I'm not afraid, like, you're not gay, and you're not old, like, I'm on the spectrum. So we'll just see what Genius says. People online have speculated that Harding may be on the autism spectrum. And then you have this super old, I guess this was from Twitter. Somebody said they thought Steve Abel thought she was autistic. Based on that tweet, I think she doesn't think so. But maybe, who knows? I've had people think I'm autistic too. So, I'd be careful about speculating if somebody's autistic or not. Because maybe it just means they're not that open to you because you make them uncomfortable. So, anyways, I know I'm already way off track. But I could, just taking these first two lines, if I took those personally, like technically, like I'm not gay. Uh, I'm also not really old, even though I don't know what old is, really by today's standards. People are living longer than ever, although I think that number is starting to come back down. But because I think people are going to start feeling older the way things are going. But I can't even get past these first two lines. This is going to be a long video if I don't get through these a little more efficiently. So let's see. Every day, look up in my body. There's heavy and heavier. All right, so that's verse one. Verse two, I was 9 when I left my body, the silver chair and Rillian. No regrets, just things that'll haunt me. Maybe I'll bury 'em or bury them. The Silver Chair is the fourth novel in C.S. Lewis's series, The Chronicles of Narnia. Prince Rillian is a character in the novel. I've read that entire series, but it's been so long that really the only, like, if I reread it, it would start to come back to me, but really, it's that first novel that I really remember the most. So when you get to the Silver Chair, I don't know. I don't remember. So Rillian is enchanted by the Lady of the Green Kirtle. He is tied nightly to the silver chair where he briefly regains his sanity and memory. Only through destroying the chair is he able to regain his original personality and achieve his destiny. The chair functions as a pacifying personality altering drug, mirroring the Ritalin reference later. Yeah, so later in the song it says silver hair and Ritalin, which I believe I've never taken Ritalin, but it's supposed to calm you down, I think. No regrets, just things that'll haunt me. Maybe I'll bury them. Then we have the chorus. You're through with me on your shoulders. I feel that I feel most. You're through with me on your shoulders. I can prove that I ate the most because I did. Sounds like you're not going to be carrying me on your shoulders anymore, is what I'm getting. Like whoever this person is has been carrying them. And if you're eating a lot, it makes you heavier too. Maybe there's a connection there. so so verse 3, you're smooth like she loved my father. Amen. Sometimes I eat till I vomit. There's heavy and there's heavier. I wonder if this song is really about like consumerism, because I could see that angle too. You just keep consuming and you become a hard person to carry or even just be around. And you become heavier, like maybe on a spiritual level. So going back to verse 4, I'm 9 and I love my mommy, silver hair and Ritalin. Is that a description of her mother? I don't know. It pretty much says the same thing as before. For genius, if I'm safe, then love is a spectrum, sweet like lemon. Hmm, interesting. Because usually lemon is sour, but we're tasting it differently or changing the definition of what is sweet. And if I'm safe, then love is a spectrum. Interesting. If you have other ideas or if something jumps out at you that you think I'm missing with these lyrics, then let me know in the comments. So finally, we get to the chorus. I can't move with you on my shoulders. Now, that's interesting because you're through with me on your shoulders, but I can't move with you on my shoulders. So it seems like this kind of relationship of two people carrying each other. And then there's finally the bridge that says I'd like to fly. What it makes me think of is we keep talking about weight and not being able to carry someone on their shoulders. Makes me think I don't want to be burdened and weighed down. I want to be able to fly. And then I think the chorus is just the chorus repeated again. So I think it's an interesting song. I like this kind of imagery of eating, and like I said, I sense it more to do with not necessarily eating food. It could just mean consuming and how that affects their relationship, where you're trying to avoid one person becoming too heavy for the other to carry any longer, or maybe just in more general terms, somebody that you can't be in a relationship with anymore because they're too much of a drag on you. So that's my way of seeing this song and the lyrics. So I really did like the song in general. Let's see. Does it act as an intro track? I think it's more than just an intro track. Even though it is a little bit quieter, it's hard to figure out like where am I going to put this to start with, because I really have no idea what's coming. So I liked it well enough to give it at least like a bronze. So I'm gonna put it there for now, and we'll see where it ends up. And I think we should move on to the next track, which is One Stop.
I've been away too long. There's a tree that I used to climb, calling that one stop. Put my things in a long line. I love the streets here at night. I'm gonna write what I know, things I known for a long time. I met the real John Cale. He had no words, but I don't mind. I packed the stage while he ate rice. I bring myself home. I bring myself home. Imagining from the block. Imagining. Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold? Why wouldn't I wanna meet you?
Sounds like we're sticking more with the more minimal sound.
I'm gonna write what I know. Kick around in the big brown. So the lies I tell send me up and I can't get down. I'm wearing big grass to town. I'll bring myself home. I'll bring myself home. Imagining. Imagining from the block. Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold? Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold? Lord, why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold? Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold you? Why?
Oh,
I've never been a believer. Why do you wanna hold? Why would you wanna hold me? I'll never do it again unless you wanna do it again.
wow. Yeah, I really liked this track on the first listen. Um, I thought it was just gonna stay minimal the entire track, and I probably would have been fine with that. But I think that break into a little bit more of a full band sound was actually a nice change there. I felt like it opened up the song more and the track in general, and the addition of the acoustic in there. I don't know, it just like felt really like it was refreshing the track. I don't know why I'm using that word, but it felt refreshing. So, and I really love just what the piano is doing. And for most of the track, there is really no percussion until that break. So, starting with, sounds like there's piano. And I don't know if that's, I don't know what I'm hearing. Am I hearing the hammers of the piano, or is that like a an acoustic muted acoustic guitar. I don't know, but I mean, I could look up Ingenious and see. So we know there's definitely acoustic guitar in the song, but I just don't know if it's playing on that particular parts. And there's also a harp. I don't see really anything else, but I do see two acoustic guitars, H. Hawkline and Aldous Harding. And then H. Hawkline also plays the electric and the bass, taking on a lot of guitar playing. And there's also a synthesizer in here. So that is the other element that I was hearing kind of a little in the background.
I've been away too
At some point, I
long.
was hearing it.
Rise. I bring myself
So yeah, that I don't know if that's a synthesizer in the background there,
on. I bring myself on. Imagining
but
from the block.
her voice from the first track to this one feels like whoa, like we're elevating a bit in pitch and a little bit more energy, I think. So that's why it I think hit me a little more. Try not to use that phrase,
Send
but
me up and I can't get
it woke me up
down.
a little more.
I'm wearing
I guess
big
it's,
grass to town. I bring myself
and you're hearing
on.
the
I bring myself
harmonies too.
on.
Right there. That's not harmonies. Sorry. Yeah, I hear two voices and automatically think harmony. They're just doubled. Okay,
Big brown, so the lies I tell.
I'll get it right one of
Send
these
me up
days.
and imagining.
Right there's harmony. There we go.
Imagining from the block.
I like. There's a
Why wouldn't I
more
wanna meet
range.
you?
She's
Why
showing a little
wouldn't
more
I wanna
range
hold?
in this track compared to the first one. Where does it break into? There's no real like instrumental break.
Why wouldn't I wanna hold?
It just goes straight
Why
through.
wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold? Why?
So yeah, around 2, 11, 12. So there's a little over a minute left in the track.
I've never been a believer.
And still, it's not like super, there's not like a ton of instruments, just like bass and drums and acoustic. Not sure why it's called One Stop. I wasn't really listening too hard to the lyrics on this. I've been away too long. There's the tree that I used to climb. Call in at one stop. So why is it in quotes there? Put my things in a long line. I love the streets here at night. Maybe the narrator or the person, if we assume it's actually her, she's revisiting this place where she used to climb. I'm gonna write what I know, things I ain't known for a long time. I met the real John Cale. He had no words, but I don't mind. I packed the stage while he ate rice. So in Genius it says, classic advice to a writer. Writer then proceeds to produce an anecdote of a mundane brush with celebrity, admittedly an amazing celebrity, as if to say, is this what you want from me? Would you rather this than poetry? Wait a minute. John Cale. Wait a minute. I think I got it mixed up with John Peel. But John Cale, okay. Now I know who we're talking about. Yeah, just so you know, I'll put it up here. Because I have been listening to some John Cale myself. and he was in the Velvet Underground. So now that I know who we're talking about, I met the real John Cale. He had no words, but I don't mind. I backed the stage while he ate rice. So I don't know if maybe they played together or at this, at the same show or something. But yeah, I could imagine, just meeting John Cale would be a little bit of a big deal, I guess. I do like he had no words, but I don't mind. Yeah, sometimes I know if I get around someone, celebrity or something, I usually have no idea what to say to them. Um, so I usually end up saying nothing myself. So the pre-chorus is I rip myself on, I rip myself off, imagining from the block. Oh, come on. Just saying the block reminds me of like a particular neighborhood or something like that. Why wouldn't I wanna meet ya? Why wouldn't I wanna? Oh, why wouldn't I wanna meet ya? Is she still talking about John Cale? I don't know. I'm gonna write what I know, kick around on the big brown. So the lies I tell send me up and I can't get down. I'm wearing big grass to town. So, in contrast to the first verse, here the writing from experience takes on a childish, imagery heavy quality by introducing the idea of a deceit. Makes it even more difficult to know this author has, makes it more difficult to know this author as a reader slash listener. I don't know, just the so the lies I tell send me up and I can't get down. Sounds like if you're constantly lying, you can put yourself in a place where you can't get down. So perhaps I don't know, just suggests that being honest will not put you in a place. Being honest will keep you more grounded. So pre-chorus is I rip myself on, I rip myself off, imagining from the block. So it continues with the chorus. I have to say these lyrics are a little bit even more enigmatic to me than the first song. And then you have the bridge. I've never been a believer. Why would you want to hold me? Why wouldn't I want to hold you? Why would you want to hold me? Why? I'll never do it again unless you want to do it again. I don't really have. I'm afraid I don't have much to offer as far as these lyrics, uh, unless they're all specifically about John. I don't think they are though. I think it's just this one verse. Okay, but the thing is, like, otherwise, I really do like the sound. I like the verses, the pre-chorus and the chorus, and the bridge. So what is the bridge? So this is the bridge? Okay, so this is really what they're calling the bridge in Genius. It's this part right here. If that's the case, then that's pretty interesting to end on something like this, because it's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit unresolved feeling to me, which I think can be effective in a song. then it starts to just fade out. Good, good choice to fade out this track, I think, and just leave it with a question. It's unresolved. Why wouldn't I want to hold you? I think I like this one a little more, maybe, than the first track. And so I'm going to put it in silver for now. All right, so now let's move on to track 3, which is the title track, Train on the Island. I like how we're keeping it fairly minimal in sound.
Hate my perception, but the medication slows my mind. Men touch my legs, and I thought react just like a girl. Train on the island, thought I heard it blow. Train on the island. Train on the island, thought I heard it blow. Train on the island. On land, an Olympic sand with you. Hit the gas, dance just to dance. You took my hand, and I thought, lay me out on the ground. One more time, you're getting together with friends, and that's us aliens reaching over the clams. All my life I've thrown Olympic sand. Ooh, child. Train on the island, thought I heard it blow. Train on the island. Train
What is that sound? Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what that sound was. Maybe it's just simply a synthesizer, just making that little buzzy sound. But this track felt like it got better as it went along. And by the time we got to the end, it didn't feel like 5:35 to me. It felt maybe like 4:35 maybe. But what I'm saying is it was a little bit longer track, but I didn't mind at all. And I keep looking at the album cover. It feels like she's looking at me the entire time. Like, of course, I'm not going to try to figure out the lyrics on this one. Just train on. I like this image of train on the island. I don't know how big this island is. Of course, like if it was like Hawaii, you could have trains going around there. But I guess really like almost any continent could be considered an island because they're all surrounded by water. But this particular one, I feel like maybe a slightly smaller island. I don't know, it's just a neat imagery. And thinking that you heard it below, the medication slows my mind. Like I was saying, it's really minimal. You got the bass. I like the bass, what the bass does in the song. Just very, dun, 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 dun. Just kind of, it goes along with the minimal kind of sound. And the piano chords. Not trying to do anything too complicated. Just a simple beat. But I like this little chorus. And this part's a little bit different as far as the chords on the piano. But right there, now we're back to so it does take a little bit of a break before coming back to the verses again. There it is again. So I'm just trying to notice the structure of this song. I think what I really liked the most, though, was that change to the chorus. Yeah, it might be my favorite chorus so far. Here, one stop again. Okay, I think I do like Train on the Island. I like the chorus a little bit better. I like just the minimal feeling overall. And the little bit of a build up with the bass and the drums here. I don't know, I just like the feeling of the song a bit more. So, I think it gets gold for now. Now, I don't know what's coming, so if this album keeps getting better, these tracks will have to drop some. Alright, so I think we can move on to track 4, which is Worms.
Pull into the station, top down, tried with my hair. Got your notes hidden frame up. I sit for a moment. You've come for the amount, but I know you don't speak hills and plants. You've been growing by the lamplight. I flew down to the brewery, all dead on my waist. Please stop, my teacher, la profesora. I'm saving myself by eating rocks and plants. I pray for the incel. This is the worst of it now. And you get the worm somehow. You test the rest of them now. See, I roll sand over me. I live fire to the annex. 10th house stellium all night. I should've known it was your life. La composición. Beat me to the lighthouse. Rails and bright ribbons. White holes to go down. This is the worst of it now. And you get the worm somehow. You test the rest of them now. Lights sand over me. Great things inside have said long enough. Great things inside. Great things inside have said.
I'm really starting to appreciate the bass sound on this because it does have, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like the Beatles bass. Like it could be that same kind of bass, maybe plucked with a pick or something.
The rest of them now. Lights sound.
Especially towards the end. Especially like the ending of this song too. With that sounds like pedal steel maybe. There's another one where I have a bit more, like her voice is a little more calming again in general. Until we get, to like
the worm somehow.
The chorus.
You test the rest of them now.
See, I like that bass right there. Yeah, I think my bass is the bass is my favorite part of this song. So where do I think this song would go? Still not really sure what Worms is exactly about. Just makes me think that one line where it's talking about, and you get the worm somehow. I don't know, it makes me think of that saying of the early bird gets the worm. So yeah, this is another one. I'm not going to even try to figure out what this all means. I just kind of catch glimpses, maybe, of what we're talking about, especially with, we just have a lot of worm imagery, like with white holes to go down. And that's starting to make me think of something totally different. It makes me think of like wormholes, like in space or something like that. It does talk about lights sent over me. So that would be an interesting one that I don't have time to get into right now. I'm just not sure what I think about the song. I think for me, it's more like competing with I Ate the Most. I am starting to feel like maybe this does have a little bit more of an intro feel to it now. Now that I'm into the album a bit more. So maybe I'm leaning a little more towards the Worms now. And maybe give I Ate the Most honorable mention. So Worms will be in bronze for now. All right, so I think we can move on to track 5, which is Venus in the Zinnia.
When I'm alone, those buckets fill so fast, it's not the same. It's too late, you're right on time. I feel the sea, dishonest heart in me, blood in my nose, sent to say you're right on time.
First time we've heard a male vocalist.
I was thinking about you.
Red rose trying to leave me.
Red rum, rocking the ages.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing? I cut my hair. Nobody loved it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. I love what you're wearing. Your love is my life. Sesame, I can do it if I want to. Giving it a lot of thought. Best of me, you can have it if you want. You're right on time. Venus down in the Zinnia.
I was thinking about you.
Red rose trying to leave me.
Red rum, rocking the ages.
Venus down in the Zinnia.
I was thinking about you.
Red rose trying to leave me.
Red rum, rocking the ages.
This is a short track. Yeah, that's really nice. The piano and the acoustic strumming there. why there's always like 3 or 4 seconds left. But maybe I'm just not hearing it. But yeah, I immediately like this song, like like a lot. I guess because I'm kind of a sucker for anything that's kind of catchy with the that tambourine hit was really kind of doing it for me. And that ending, I just love that with the guitar and the piano together. Those piano parts there I really liked because they're not like overdone, you know. It's just kind of I don't want to replay it. Lyrics, singing.
You're right on time. Lean us down in the Xenia.
I was thinking about you.
Yeah, I like the back and forth with between her singing and the I don't know who the male vocalist is, if it's just somebody in the band, but
Red rose trying to leave me.
Red Rose.
but yeah, this part. I love those offbeat piano chords. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Um, I think this one's an easy gold winner for me, and everything else will just have to take a step down. Worms will come down to honorable mention. One stop down to bronze. Train of the Island comes down to silver, and this goes in gold. This is a first listen, so I don't know if that would hold up after 10 listens, but that's the way I'm feeling now. So I think we'll move on to track 6, which is If Lady Does It.
If lady does it,
Whoa.
oh, be left outside. If lady does it, oh, be left outside. If lady does it, oh, be left outside. If lady does it, how we live outside. Figured it out. That's focus. Busting the night when days so long. Full in the arc. We throw them over the sun and chimneys, bringing the man out of the wall. Grains in every fold. I never got my moment. If I am a gun, then I'm loaded. If lady does it, who will be left outside? If lady does it, who will be left outside? If lady does it, who will be left outside? If lady does it, how we live outside.
I like these change ups.
30 degrees, I notice. Sending the right fist high along to the parade. I'm closest, taking batons on purpose, giving a hand to the marine plates of vermilion. Every blonde is focused. All of the girls I know He's got a new bag. He's not a new boy. He's got a bag. He's not a new boy. He's got a new bag. He's not a new boy.
Okay, so I just really liked all the different change ups that were happening in this one. And again, it's one of those tracks where I'm not necessarily trying to figure out exactly what does this all mean. It's just kind of I'm catching glimpses of imagery, um, a bus in the night, the wind takes along. That's just this image flashing across my mind over the sun and chimneys. So he had this basic verses and the chorus, but then so like right here. Is this the same stop that was earlier? No, okay. Yeah, so this break right here is I think the most interesting one. I like how it takes me a couple of seconds before I realize this is really the same tempo.
He's got a new bag. He's not a new boy. He's got a new bag. Not a new boy.
And I don't know what this means.
He's not a new boy.
But
He's got a new bag.
doesn't new bag, couldn't that possibly mean I forget what that means. I've heard the term used, just not, not that it's necessarily a physical bag, you know. It has a different meaning that hold on. I'm gonna just check real quick. Okay, so yeah, a new bag could mean adopting a new interest, hobby, or lifestyle approach, or maybe even securing money. So yeah, he may have new interests or hobbies or a new lifestyle, but he's still kind of the same old guy. He's not a new boy. That's just kind of what I get out of it. But I'll say this. How do I say this? um, this feels like her kind of idiosyncratic style. It's not like I'm not shocked or like, what's going on. At the same time, I'm somewhat immersed in this. It still feels enigmatic at the same time, I guess is what I'm saying. Which is good in a way that I'm not like totally understanding it the first time around or at all. I may never understand it because I don't feel like I need to. And that's kind of the way her lyrics are, though. It's just, why do I really need to know exactly what that means? I'd rather just it be a mystery in a way, some of these lyrics, because maybe if you told me exactly what it meant, I don't know, it might not, it could change the meaning of the song. Then it just becomes about me having knowledge about something instead of just feeling the song and trying to enjoy the imagery that it's evoking. And then, rather than me being right or wrong about what the lyrics mean, isn't really the point. And that's why I don't go into every single song and try to figure out exactly what they mean. I'm stalling on where am I going to put this one? This is where it starts getting a bit more difficult. I think Gold and silver are safe for now. But what about one stop? Yeah, so this one
It played, it does it.
still pretty
Been
good.
left outside. It played, it does it.
I do like that it's different from the other tracks and has those little changes in it. The only thing is, I know others are gonna get either they're not gonna make it in or they're gonna get bumped out. But oh well. I think If Lady Does It gets an honorable mention for now, and we'll see with the 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks left. So we have San Francisco.
I lost my head in San Francisco. You begged me not to drink alone. I run a bridge while you are sleeping. I beat down a silver stitch. Salt over my skin, watching the canyon, cream over berries, wings of migration. Wait for the taxi, curls relaxing, can only brace when Jeremy drives. As for him, he's coming down for some. As for him, he's counting down for some. I sit up straight in isolation. I ask for the things I need. You laugh at me for keeping feathers, but you don't see me helping down the naked owl. Baby, I know who I am. What is the change to saving me? Be a covering star. Maybe it's the change to saving me. And as for him, coming down for some. As for him, he's coming down for some. As for him, counting down for some. Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold you? Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold you? Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? I've never been a believer. I don't cry when I'm told. I've never been a believer. Why wouldn't I? I
Making sure we're on the
want
same
you?
track.
Why wouldn't I wanna hold you? Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? Why wouldn't I wanna hold you?
That's interesting. Okay. Let me go back to One Stop real quick. So it's a little bit different.
Why wouldn't I wanna meet you? I've never been a believer. I don't cry when I'm told. I've never been a believer. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know, to me it felt like remembering something else from the past. I don't know, it just reminds me of how like memory works and like the random times when a song just comes into my head. That's how it felt hearing this last part. Like, wait a minute, doesn't this sound like the earlier track? So I don't know that I've ever heard that done before. I mean, not quite like this. Remember this one part from track 2? That's just how it felt to me, like
I
that.
lost my head.
And as far as the rest of the song,
You begged me not to just for him.
I like this part a lot. Where her voice
Coming down for
kind of going up high and coming down.
That's for him.
I love Jim. That was just minimal.
Down for
Just the organ and voice.
coming down for
I feel like this could be one of those ones that grows on me a little bit, especially because I'm not used to the change. So there's a little bit of an instrumental right before that too. Yeah, like you could have almost just, if you just cut right there, that would be the end of that song, and then you have this for a minute and about 20 seconds. I'm not saying that I'm judging solely on that and like this doesn't matter. I'm just noticing, like where does it change? I think it's like more on the level of the first track. I don't know. I think I might actually like this a little better.
Girls relaxing,
A little more, just because I actually like pedal steel a lot in general. And I just love this part. The chorus is stronger for me a little bit more than the first track.
That's for him.
And give San Francisco honorable mention. I'm going to take I Ate the Most down just because it still has the intro feel, the intro track feel to me. And whereas this one just, I like the verses and the chorus as well. And then the ending is just, I don't know what's going on with this ending, but why not? Might as well. So, What do we have left? 3 tracks? All right, so let's move on to What Am I Gonna Do?
When I hit the ocean, I was only a spark. Who brought me up the stem with no love in their heart? What my God is thinking, I get lost in that place. I have been watching myself. She can't take her stuffing out. Nature's own if no one else.
Like that hi-hat.
They won't come from my taste. I don't mean anything. Muscles cover my chest, buffalo at the spring. I feel 2.5 bechamel on my face. I know things ain't working out, but they may come good later.
Look like that. Whatever that chord is right
Hope
there.
I'm more than I think about.
Sounds like a harp.
What am I gonna do if I can't break out of it? What am I gonna do if they can't train me out of it? What am I gonna do?
I really like that break in there.
I'm strong.
Coming back to the verses now.
Do for me what I want. They're afraid of my son. I can feel every sound. I am 2.5, buffalo at the spring. I have met my sleeping self. Things she knows keep me around. I hope I'm more than I think about. What am I gonna do if I can't break out of it? What am I gonna do if they can't train me out of it? What am I gonna do if I can't break out of it? What am I gonna do?
And harp solo. That might win gold just for that. No, that was a cool track. I had a feeling I was going to like this one just from the title alone. And from the, I guess we can look at the lyrics. I like the rhythm and the beat going on.
They won't come from my taste. I don't mean anything. Muscles cover my
I think there's little touches of harp in here too that I really like.
I feel 2.5 bechamel on my face.
I like how she's got like
My chest buffalo.
yeah, she's like doubling her voice an octave higher.
At the spring, I feel 2.5 bechamel on my face. I know things ain't working. What am I gonna do?
This is what I really like. I love this break.
Out of it. What am I gonna do train me out of it. What am I
It's almost
gonna
like
do?
stopping the song just to ask this question. Like, okay, what am I going to do? Like, life is moving on, but then life's moving along, but then at some point you stop and you stop to ask a question before moving on.
I'm strong, they gonna stand. Do for me what I want.
I love that we're coming back to the beat again to close out the song, and with this harp solo. At least that's what I'm calling it. Don't usually hear a harp solo, but let me look at the lyrics for this one. When I hit the ocean, I was only a spark who brought me up the stem with no love in their heart. What my God is thinking, I get lost in that place. I have been watching myself. She can take her stuffing out, nature's own, if no one else. I do like how there's a moment of switching to the third person from the first person. Like, I've been watching myself, and then she's talking about herself in the third person. She can take her stuffing out. Um, Verse 3, they won't come from my taste. I don't mean anything. Muscles cover my chest, buffalo at the spring. I feel 2.5. I forgot how she pronounced that. Bechamel on my face. I think it's some type of cream, like a white cream or something. So maybe like a memory of this at age 2.5. I know things ain't working out, but they may come good later. I hope I'm more than I think about. I think those 3 lines are probably my favorite. I don't know. Are we more than we think about? It's a good question. That's a good question. That's because I want to say yes to that, but most of the time, I know in my experience, it feels like I am my thoughts, and probably most people think that they are their thoughts, and that's all they amount to. But there is also a space to hold all of this thinking, all of these thoughts. So yes, I agree. I hope that I also am more than the sum of my thoughts. And then the chorus is, what am I going to do if I can't break out of it? And this is good too, especially stopping the music to ask this question in a way, because it makes me feel like when you're saying things aren't working out, but the music's still going, it feels like you're in a song that maybe you don't belong in, or in a life that you don't belong in, and like everybody else is just living their lives, but you know that something's wrong. And so you stop to ask this question, what am I going to do if I can't break out of it? And what am I going to do if they can't train me out of it? Now, if I take this on a personal level, like where I am in life right now, I'm getting older and I'm not as, like, I can still learn new things, but I'm getting less patient for that kind of thing. And as you get older, and as you've already been through school, and I've been back to school like so many times that I'm not sure that you can train me out of it anymore, you know? Like, how many times are you going to retrain me to do your bidding or to do the company's bidding? I don't know. I think I have a limited number of times, and my willingness to do that is starting to wear thin when I realize the rewards aren't really worth it. So, I'd rather do this. I'd rather I'd rather be writing, I'd rather be doing something creative than just to keep doing the company bidding, which doesn't inspire me. And, just after a while, telling me to go back to school and be retrained starts to rub me the wrong way. And that may have nothing to do with what she's talking about in these lyrics, because who knows what train me out of it really means. It could have something, it may have nothing to do with employment or anything like that. It may have more to do with unlearning certain habits of the mind, maybe. But, it's open to interpretation, I think. And then finally, I'm strung thick on the stem. Do for me what I won't. They're afraid of my sign. I can feel every sound. I am 2.5, buffalo at the spring. Again, sounds like a distant memory when you were a child or something. I have met my sleeping self. Things she knows keep me around. That's interesting. Kind of like almost like subconscious knowing things that we aren't really aware of. I hope I'm more than I think about. So I think this has maybe the most relatable lyrics for me personally, even though they may not mean exactly what I think they mean. And as far as where I would put this, I don't think it's gonna replace Venus, because that one, it might be more in competition with like Train on the Island. What about One Stop? It's getting too difficult. I just like what it's doing in the song on this one too much, even like underneath the singing. So I really like the song structure of One Stop. Then you've got Worms.
Somehow feels the worst of it now.
And then If Lady Does It is.
If Lady Does It.
I think, what am I gonna do? Knock San Francisco down. So we got 2 more tracks. Track number 9 is Riding That Symbol.
It's only me. I know it's been a while. Far away with the heat on high. And the horns they bend. And it's no accident. It's too late for the girl inside. Don't lay it on me now, I'll only cut it down. You know I don't go the length of anyone. Only riding there, only riding that symbol. No one knows what I'm into. Only riding that symbol. I lean by the entry. Things I just feel again. Don't frighten me, sin. I'm blind in them. I set them up slow. But you know, letting go. I'm sending you up there. writing that symbol. No one knows what I'm into. Far away with the heat on high, riding there with the heat on high, riding there with the heat on high.
Yeah, I like this one again because it is basically just acoustic guitar and voice,
It's only me.
which I think is nice to have this kind of a track somewhere in the album where you don't need any other instruments, just the song. There is a little bit of a, I don't know what that is, but
what I'm into.
I don't know if, maybe that's a horn. It does sound like maybe a muted horn.
You know I don't go the length of anyone. I'm only riding
I love that.
there.
Whatever that chord is, she's
Only
finger
riding
picking.
that symbol. No one knows what I'm into.
If Lady Does It Sting. Worms?
The worst of it now.
Nah. I think I'm gonna just leave this where it is and move on to track 10, which is Coats.
Hairspray my waves hard, all out in the summer where you are. Can't buy the remedy, but I'll eat if you're next to me. Iron my waves down, bring back my brother if he wants. Tune up my instrument, realize where I'm coming from. Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help. Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help. I'll throw my arms around, fill up silence in the dark, find shells and clean them home. Show you when you come around. Big boys wanna go with me, then they come around and find it out all night in the summertime. Realize where I'm coming from. Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help. Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help. Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help. Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help. Come meet my women, what do you say when you meet blue women? Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help. Big thick coats on the dogs of people, just trying to help.
So that ends the album. I think this one is a pretty catchy kind of track. And I don't know, it kind of made me laugh a little bit. Just the chorus. Something about the phrasing of the big thick coats on the dogs of people. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Because big thick coats on people's dogs might make sense, but when you phrase it this way, and then I don't know, just trying to help. Maybe there people are putting the coats on the dog, trying to keep them warm, which is always kind of funny. Like if it's really helping or not. What am I thinking about this song?
Hairspray my waves hard.
I know the one thing I really like. I think I like the vocals
Can't buy the remedy.
a lot on this one,
I lead if you're next
with the
to me.
harmonies.
Iron my waves down. Bring back my brother if he wants.
Especially when it goes into like that three parts.
Realize
Where was it?
big boys wanna go with me.
This part.
Then they come around and find it out all night in the summertime. Realize where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I love
Big
that.
thick coats on the dogs of people. Just
It's definitely a
trying to help.
contrast
Big thick
between the
coats on
verses
dogs of
and the
people.
chorus here.
Just trying to help. Big thick coats on the dogs of people. Just
So-
trying to help.
I think this maybe gets in with something. I don't know. I think unfortunately, I feel like I'm making things more difficult doing it this way versus just a regular tier list. So I don't know if I'm going to keep using this or go back to the older tier list or just do no tier list. I think I'm going to take Worms back down and put Coats. Just because it's a little more accessible, a little more catchy. Like I said, I really like the three-way harmony that's going on. And it's just
Tune up my instrument.
quirky. I don't know, quirky is the word I think of. You know, it's 328, perfect length. So there we have it. Another, what I feel like is a good listen and a good album. And one that I definitely feel like I need to listen to some more. Is that it? Oh yeah. Hold on. Not all the tracks won medals, but every track is a winner. So let's hear it for the tracks. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.